Success to me is, well, in my point of view, when I would be successful is when I finish my medical school, when I finish my residency, and I become Dr. Edwards. That would be my success.
I define success from life experiences and gaining something from your personal education.
So I mostly define success as just taking the opportunities that are available to you and making accomplishments out of them.
If you're content with your goals, or if you're proud of yourself to say, yeah, I did this, or I could have did this better, but I still got it done.
I feel like to me, it's when I actually go and write down my to-do list and I get to check those things off. I feel like then I am successful because I actually got those things done and accomplished my goals.
When you work really hard on something and then you finally reach that goal, and I guess that would be success. Yeah, when you feel good about achieving something that you've worked hard for some time.
I feel like when students put themselves down and like, oh, I know I'm not going to be able to pass this class, or I know that I'm not going to be able to do this. Why? Like, why don't you take action to that? Why don't you try to better yourself? If you know you can do it, then why don't you try?
It's nice getting awards, but really a true award is getting that feeling of accomplishment. When I think of what I want from my high school experience is enough education to actually put me above and beyond my next step in life. So mine is college, and I want that to fully prepare me for what I'm about to experience in college.
They don't have electives that help with life. They have stuff that help with business and stuff like that, but they don't have stuff to tell you how to do taxes, how to fill out a resume.
When other classes there is experiments in different ways, like hands-on information, that's more better for some kids to learn rather than just sitting in class and just learning the information.
Out of high school, what I would like out of it is somewhat more interactive. Like, for instance, in chemistry, when we do labs, I remember more of the stuff rather than if we just sat in class and took notes. But if you could do a lab and say, hey, yeah, I remember we did the ice cream lab. And so I feel that when you're doing more interactive stuff, it helps you retain the information and learn it more.
Maybe we should get out of school a few times. But if we can go on small trips, maybe that would be nice. Keep kids interested, you know? I don't want to feel like I'm stuck in jail the whole time I'm in school.
I think we should have more events like field trips, because a lot of kids are hands-on learners, and we need to have more school spirit because Salem has none at all. We have one pep rally each year.
I would like to go on more field trips, to be honest, and have more projects and in science and stuff, have experiments and actually do stuff and experience.
I like projects, and I notice that when you get to high school, they don't give as much projects. If they do give a project, it's extra credit. Instead of just taking a test where they can guess, you actually get to see what they know and how they can demonstrate that for you on a project.
Realistically, one-on-one is not really going to always happen, but maybe one thing that they can add to high schools would probably be maybe if we can start our own clubs more.
I said the drawing and stuff, because I really do enjoy drawing. Probably a bit more science stuff, because I want to do astronomy, and they should have clubs on that rather than just one basic subject.
Well, to tell the truth, what I want out of high school is mostly an environment that will actually help students thrive and actually learn to perform well. So mostly I see a school environment as one that prepares us for the rest of our educational careers and then our careers in the real world. So what I really want out of my high school is preparation and opportunities to succeed and give me the tools I need to actually succeed in the real world. So mostly to me, what that would look like is mostly, specifically in a classroom, is a class where students are mostly engaged in learning. So there would be a wide variety of technology that will help students learn and help them keep them interested in learning new topics and such. And most of all, having a teacher that would make the atmosphere more fun, make that atmosphere seem better for learning.
Sort of games with the students, how some teachers do Jeopardy before a test. Maybe doing that randomly in class would spice it up a bit.
Yeah, instead of being in the classrooms all the time, sometimes you could go outside or maybe to the lab instead of just always being bunched up in the classroom.
I think RCA actually really does help, but RCA schedule conflict, there is a lot of schedule conflicts with RCA. I think more transportation between the schools and RCA would help. Each period you can go to RCA and come back to school without having to mess up your schedule and study halls and all that, where you could just still take the classes you want without having to worry, well, I might not get this class if I take RCA.
Yeah, getting more involved in because I have no idea who our student council is at all.
I don't either.
We have no idea who they are. Maybe talking to our principal to get the pep rallies more hyper, so the students don't just sit there and can we go back inside now? Yeah.
Many times I feel like I'm teaching myself. Here's this worksheet, fill it out, and then you'll know it. And I've had that moment a lot, and it's frustrating.
Well, I feel like having a friendly environment in the school is key because people don't want to come to school nowadays. And I feel like if the school was more welcoming and warming to people, then they would want to actually come and learn.
Yes, more connection with the students. Other than, give you work, oh, you did great on this test, I can see you study. Really connecting with students and them to know that it's possible, no matter what your background or anything, or how well you did in 8th grade or how terrible you did in 8th grade, you can still become successful.
Have meetings at their school with students who are struggling and students who want to improve at their work and they know they're not doing a good job or they know they're not working their hardest and they want to improve. And the kids that are on track and doing what they're supposed to do, they can come out and help also with the kids who are struggling in their classes.
Making sure we all understand it, but it would be good to just try to figure out a strategy to make sure children get the education they need.
You walk into the classroom and you feel like they don't want to be teaching you. And so, it doesn't help you want to learn because they don't want to teach you.
I believe that sometimes teachers lose the will for teaching, and that needs to be addressed because they're really terrible. Because then you just lost a future Gandhi or a doctor, someone could have saved them life. And I believe if you want to teach, do all you have. Otherwise, the teaching is useless.
If the teacher doesn't have the right attitude, then you won't have you'll have the same mentality that they have. And so whatever they're bringing forward to you, you're just gonna portray that back to them.
When I don't learn something, I feel cheated almost. I just spent 7 hours with you guys and you haven't even taught me anything.
At other schools, I don't know if it's high schools, but they're using iPads and stuff. And that would probably keep me a bit more in tune with the teacher.
I'd say using new technology such as allowing students to bring tablets and other laptops and even smartphones and such actually help students actually learn better just by getting actually new apps for teachers to actually help students learn and such. So just making the school a technological atmosphere would actually better improve the education.
But technology in the classroom really does help. The Interwrite pads, they do help when teachers use them correctly. And the projectors, teachers use them all the time. Projectors are the go-to item. Yeah, it's fun to write stuff down, but oh look, the teacher's writing it on the projector. Whoa.
I don't know, Twitter or Facebook maybe, to find a way to maybe set up an account and have people filter in their responses if they want to or something.
I use an app on my phone called Schoology. The teacher will post anything on there and we can see the assignment from our phone, or she'll post feedback or something in the class.
We use Schoology in Ms. Hall's class, and that works really well. Wonderful for me because the assignments are given online. You type them up and then you turn them in back online. It comes with a timestamp so you know what time the student turned in the assignment.
More websites and apps like Edmodo, I think they use it a lot here. I think that would be helpful.
Edmodo, I believe Edmodo is a really good site because students can communicate with teachers and teachers can communicate with students.
You can get Edmodo on your phone so that way if he uploads assignments, it just gives you an alert on your phone that you have an assignment. Yeah.
Would you like to see more of that kind of thing?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure that you guys have your ears open to us. Because, sometimes you can say that you're listening, but you're not really listening.
We should probably have sessions where we sit down and discuss and have questions and answers and we should all just like come together like once or twice a year and like have discussions about what we want and what we should improve on.
Every year, they should get a student with 20-minute intervals. Just ask a question, and keep it moving.
Like some people are scared to speak out and say, well, maybe we shouldn't do this in class, maybe we should do this, because they're scared of getting yelled at.
Yeah, and like you said, to make yourself available to us. So to set up that comfort zone where we feel like we can actually go and talk to the school system and just let them know how we feel. Maybe a survey, so something anonymous where you wouldn't have to actually say that this is me saying this and that.
I think that the people who really do care and really do want to voice their opinion will. So that's a big thing that could help.
The more of these opportunities that are available for us, the more likely we are to succeed. So just keep opening opportunities for us, and we'll keep succeeding for you.